Oh my goodness, there we are, everybody. As the intro ends, welcome in. What's up, everybody? Sorry about that little bit of a hiccup there. Is the audio good now? But folks, if you're fired up, you know what I was saying. Let me see some of those TGIMs in the chat. Sorry about that. New intro music, please. I know we do need some new intro music. We got Josh in there throwing the TGIM. Who else? We got Adam, Lauren, Maddie. What's up, y'all? Oh, I meant do it again. I know, folks. What the hell? I've been doing this for a couple streams now. I should have that figured out. I made the mistake of not checking on my audio inputs. I had my wrong audio inputs. But folks, we have something to talk about at the top of the show. Caroline Peets. Folks, we have something to talk about pertaining to last week. My hair's looking a little crazy. Folks, last week we needed to do a recount. There was a recount, and the election was stolen. Yes, allegations, Adam. The election was stolen. So that means the current champ is CJ. CJ with the big win last week. I don't know if she's here tonight, but I know the people who know her. So if they could let her know, she is the current reigning champion. And I need to know if she wants that sweet, sweet cash or to spin that wheel. On whenever she wants. No rush on her giving us those details. But it was, in fact, a fraudulent winner, Maria. And going forward, hopefully we don't run into that again. But for now, CJ's the champ. I thought 28th place got the win if first place was disqualified. That's only if second place is disqualified as well. You said it once on stream. Spin, please. Wait, Caroline Peets, you are CJ? Or did you get the intel from CJ? Maddie says, let's go, CJ. I need to get some confirmation here. Oh, you are CJ. Okay. All right. Well, okay, we'll do that at the end. So you got to stick around. But how's it feel? Freaking Caroline Pete, CJ? Not to dox you. You are the champ. The first win, and it got robbed. I feel so bad. It was robbed from you. I told you robbed my mom. Let's double check on the quiz though, real quick while we chit chat. But also, CJ, are you sure you want to? I mean, $50 in this economy, that goes a long way. Actually, not really. I lied. But I'm going to give you a little bit to think about that wheel spin, by the way. Okay, this week's quiz. I don't know. I never know, like I say. We have one question. It's not really a new style, but a little bit of a new style, and I'll explain it before we go into it. Okay, and I won't frig it up like I did that other week. It's not really a new style. It's just to make it a little bit easier on you guys. But let me double check something real quick. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Whatever happened to the sound questions? I know I do like the sound ones. Maybe Maria was Sampa after all. Kind of. It was DeBargin, her husband. But I do like those sound questions. I will incorporate more of them. But let me get you guys a lobby code. Man, that's big though. A wheel spin. If CJ really wants the wheel spin, because there's not much left on there. That's it's getting down to the nitty gritty. Okay. Okay. Hop on in, y'all. Hop on in. Got some pure leaf tea tonight as my beverage. Vernon, getting back in there. What the hell? More than full. CJ, current champ. Will she go back to back? Will she get the back? And Papa P. I'm still waiting for a Papa P win. Maybe this could be the week. Ted Krasinski is back. Gary P. Matty P. The other Matty. There's two Matty P. Fairway Cowboy. On. Are we looking on Stream Health? Always like to double check. Excellent. It says it's excellent. Tippy toe. Dig Bick. First place HBC. Foiled the rice. They're wanting another win. I know it. Andy JSC snuck in there. Yeah, Stream Health is looking good. Audio levels, a little loud. I'm locked in today, Foiled says. A little better. I can't believe I frigged the audio at the beginning. Emma Jaws mama. Buzz getting in there tonight. Bobby Jones. What did I have to, okay, yeah, that I already mentioned about Mad Dog. I already mentioned about how there's a little explaining I will do before one of the questions, okay? It's nothing big. Been a few weeks. Nay. Folks, you guys take a minute. I'm going to go do something real quick. Have any of you guys tried the have any of you guys tried what's it called? The Sprite tea? I've been running the Sprite tea recently. It's so good. Adam's asking about the baby steps. Don't worry, Adam. We will be getting back to it. I didn't give up. Allie Soup. She loves it. And Josh Hart says yes. I've been like when I go into like the gas station or something when I'm working during the day, I've been making it out off of the fountain drink, so I get an extra alert or extra. I don't know why I said alert. Extra big version of it. Kind of jealous of the U.S. Because a lot of them they have like a tea mix as well. That's also why I got this today. I wanted to make some, but I forgot to get my Sprite. Because the Sprite tea one is actually really good, but then you can kind of recreate it on your own. You were putting down the Sprite tea Zero. Yes, actually, I'm not a real big time Zero guy. I don't like the diet beverages. But I got one of those by accident, and it was actually not bad. But yeah, it's excellent if you haven't tried it. A great combination. Gasp. No, Lauren, it is a bottled one. They make it. I don't know if it's still in production. Like, it's getting rarer and rarer, I feel like. I don't know if they, it's just like leftover stock or something. But Sprite tea, they actually made it themselves. Yeah, Sprite, Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew. Those are like the 3 diets that are actually very close. Like, it's not, the difference isn't that much. Safety getting in there. McLovin, I see. Otiseri. Mike C. Matty P's mama in there. All right, folks, how we feeling? We got 27. We'll give it another minute or two while we chit-chat. There. The big Wi-Fi makes it 28. Is 28 the number? And folks, everyone who wasn't here at the beginning, CJ is the current champ. We had to do a recount and the election was stolen. And CJ, thus far, there's time to back out. CJ has elected for a wheel spin after this. So, depending on who wins tonight, it could be a double wheel spin night. So something crazy. We could get some crazy stuff. But all right, everybody, let's do it. Let's pause the tunes. Do a little pause on the tunage. Let's give us some Kahoot noises. 29, Mav's grandpa getting in. All right, last call, everybody. Throw those reactions. You know, I love seeing the reactions. Mad Dog getting back in. For the rice foods. Let me mute myself on purpose real quick and do a quick call. As we do a last call, everyone, get on in. We'll make a quick call. All right, we're back. Alice, you missed watching. You're muted. I'm not unmuted. You missed watching Baby Steps. I know. I'm gonna lock back in. We're so close to the end of that game. I'll tell you. I don't. There's not many. I don't know if I've ever beaten a game like that. Like, there's a couple single player games I've beaten, but I've never really played many games all the way through. But next month, I'm going to say. Next month, we're going to get back to some more streaming, I think. I finally caught up at work a bit. All right, let's lock in. I got distracted by my phone call and everything. I never told you how close you were, but you're pretty close. Well, Adam, I still have to... You remember, I got to beat the Manbreaker. But all right, let's lock in. Give me those reactions real quick, and let's fire this thing off. I got to see a bunch of reactions, and we can start. I'm not... Whoa, I don't want to ban Matty P's mama. All right, there we go. And folks, Trivia Night, July 27, 2026 will begin in a matter of seconds. With the very first question being, what company is this a commercial for? Abercrombie & Finch, Old Spice, Doritos, or Clorox? Do you recognize this man on a horse? This is a very famous commercial. Very popular. A well-done commercial. Also, is my cam good? I think so. Can I make myself a little bit bigger? Okay, you guys, everybody remembered it almost. Make myself a little bit bigger. I'll shrink it if we need. Okay. That's right. That is the Old Spice guy on a horse. Says, look at me. Now look at that. Now look at me. Now I'm on a horse. U.S. question, Adam says. All right, everyone was dialed in pretty quick on that one. Holy, you guys were ready. It's one of the great ones. Adam, look it up. I feel like a loser saying look up a funny commercial, but They did good in this era. But then after this guy, Terry Crews, I think, took over as Old Spice. But this guy was really good. He did an excellent job at advertising for the company. But speaking of companies, let's talk about another company. This beloved mid-Atlantic gas station chain does not franchise. Buc-ee's, Circle K, Applebee's, or Wawa. This beloved mid-Atlantic gas station chain does not franchise. Buc-ee's, Circle K, Applebee's, or Wawa. And the answer is... Oh, no. I was a little tricky there. Be better if it was Johnny Depp on the horse. Young Johnny Depp, at least. Folks, so Buc-ee's, they do not franchise either. It is all one company that owns it, but they are the Texas and Southern, although they have reached into Virginia now with a couple. But I don't know do you guys consider Virginia mid-Atlantic? They just opened a bunch in your area. The meatball hoagies. Oh, wait, a Wawa? Dude, Wawa, let me tell you. I've never been to Buc-ee's, so I can't talk about Buc-ee's. But Wawa, 2 guesses in a row, Adam says. Wawa is unreal. For everyone who doesn't know, oh, Foiled Rice is dialed. Vernon, he's dialed as well. Fuzz, Matty P, and Papa P. What is even Wawa? So Wawa, it's a gas station, but it's so much more. They just like the quality of the food they have somehow is so good. You can go in there, you just order at a little kiosk, and it's just excellent. I haven't been there in many years. Mike Console, you friggin' watch your mouth. Wawa mid. Never been to a Wawa. Yeah, it's pretty isolated in the Mid-Atlantic. I don't think it's well, because they don't franchise, you know. You gotta go. Yeah, it's just extremely popular in like Pennsylvania, Maryland, New Jersey. It's and pretty isolated there. But it's excellent. But I guess that's probably one of the reasons why it's still like pretty good quality stuff is because they don't franchise. It's all one company who owns it. And actually, I think I was looking up a little bit. They actually give their employees like they do like really good, I guess, revenue sharing, would it be called? Because it's a private company. So they basically give them stock, I guess, or equity of the company in some way, I think. I guess they're pretty good about it. And I assume that's probably why it's a pretty upscale convenience store and gas station, if you could say that. But let's move on to another question. Let's find out what it is. Ooh, an American one. Which of these is the only president not to be sworn in by their full given name? Bill Clinton, Jimmy Carter, Teddy Roosevelt, or William Taft? The only president to not be sworn in by their full given name. Bill Clinton, Jimmy Carter, Teddy Roosevelt, or William Taft? And the answer is, y'all. Oh, no, it was Jimmy. Believe it or not, it was Jimmy. Bill was sworn in as William Jefferson. Teddy was sworn in as Theodore. William Taft was sworn in as William. But Jimmy Carter was sworn in as Jimmy Carter, not James Earl Carter, I believe is his name. Which I don't know the full reasoning behind it. I couldn't really find a concrete answer to it. Definitely that I just misclicked. How do we do on that leaderboard? Oh, Blue Crab goes shooting up to the top. Look out. Oh man, that's a tough one for the leaderboard there. Opens the friggin' door. Holy. I thought that one would be a little more known. Like usually for like president stat or like president little fun facts. But yeah, for some reason they didn't even say his middle name. Darn, Ali Soup says. They're like, do you, Jimmy Carter? Blah, 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 blah. And he says, yes, me, Jimmy Carter. Because I double checked just to make sure I looked at the, I looked at Bill Clinton's inaugural oath. And I mean, there's no, there's no video evidence for Teddy's, but yeah, I don't know why. And because I think there was he even for some reason wanted his name as Jimmy on the ballot as well. He just hated James. Didn't like the name James, apparently. But I think possibly we have another presidential-ish question coming up, so lock in. Watergate was the scandal of whose presidency? John Kennedy, Richard Nixon, Harry Truman, or Ronald Reagan? Watergate, very famous. The original gate. Now you hear people put gate at the end of everything. Deflate gate. Okay, everyone, almost everybody got that. It was Dick Nixon. How do we do? Oh, Boyle shoots back. We lost Blue Crab. Mav's grandpa shoots up 5 spots. Lauren gets on leader. Papa P still dialed. Natty P and Fuzz. Everybody, folks, Foiled said they were locked in, so they weren't kidding. But I mean, it's freaking close. And if you remember, the way that he got caught for this Watergate incident was Forrest Gump was actually staying in the hotel, or was it a hotel as well? He was staying somewhere near Watergate, and he saw the flashlights inside of it. And so he called it in, and he said, I can't sleep. These guys, they can't find their lights. There's a power outage. They're using flashlights, looking around. My guy Gump. Yeah, somehow this guy, he just found himself in every single situation. And he brought down a U.S. president for being corrupt. Because then there were these audio recordings that came out, I think, as well, that were very damning. But the thing is, I actually don't know what the thing is. When's the flag question? The flag is coming. Don't worry. But let's move on to the next question, which is highest waterfall in the world. Victoria Falls, Niagara Falls, Angel Falls, or Yosemite Falls? White House Plumbers is a good series based on Watergate. I'll have to check it out. Mike, what's that on? The highest waterfall in the world. Victoria, Niagara, Angel, or Yosemite? Okay, you guys got it. It is Angel Falls, which I didn't double check that. I know it is, but I feel a little bit anxious now that I didn't look it up to confirm, even though I know it is the answer. But yeah, it's well, let's take a look at it. Well, I'll give you a slide of how it looks. HBO, okay. Surprised no one. I know no one guessed Niagara, which is I'm glad. Send me down the waterfall right off the leaderboard. Damn it. Oh, Maddie P. Maddie P. She's had a bit of not a dry spell, I wouldn't say, but that number one spot. They've been looking for that number one spot recently. Lauren, Alley Soup, Maddie P's mama, Mav's grandpa. 9 places for Vernon. I'm absolutely dialed in. Still, absolutely close race. Fuzz is going to get back on that leaderboard. I know it. But look at this thing. Look at that thing. I mean, I don't even know if you can call it a waterfall at that point. By the time it gets to the bottom, it's 11 points between top 3. Kahoot starts before I see the questions. I have to guess. But yeah, I believe where is this? Venezuela, I believe. There was actually, I've talked about it before. I was a pretty good geography beer when I was a lad, but there was a question I got wrong, and I guessed Angel Falls, I think, instead of the correct answer, which I can't remember what it was. Venezuela. Did I say that? Venezuela. But wait. Okay, no, we don't have the weird question next, I don't think. Hopefully not. No. Let's find out what it is though. Snap, crackle, pop is an example of alliteration, allegory, metaphor, or onomatopoeia. Snap, crackle, pop. It is an example of alliteration, allegory, metaphor, or onomatopoeia. That's right, folks. I can understand why someone might say alliteration because you say it so quickly, you don't really think about it. It just flows so well. So you're like, oh, it must be alliteration. 7th grade English paid off. Hey, then everyone, Adam's not saying that as a slight. That's actually his second language. But the onomatopoeia is the like bam and I mean, you guys know, most of you. I mean, everybody does, I'm sure. You just guessed the wrong one. How'd we do on that leaderboard? Oh, Lawrence, Allie's, Maddie P missed it. Tippy Toe gets on that leaderboard. Bobby Jones. 11 participants on a 3-answer streak. Lauren in the number 1 spot by a narrow margin. 600 points from first to fifth at the moment. And of course, Snap Crackle Pop is the famous slogan of Nike. Snap Crackle Pop, Nike. If you guys probably recognized that. But I'm trying to think, what is the next question? I think we may be onto the flag. Can't even remember, Adam says, for his where did he learn his English. But let's move on to the next question. I was just getting some text from productions. What do we got? Ain't No Mountain High Enough, male singer. Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross, Sam Cooke, or Al Green. Ain't No Mountain High Enough. The main one that I believe on release of the song. They didn't write it, but they were the primary singer. Okay, you guys got it. And I'm sure. No, I don't need anybody getting real technical on my ass. It doesn't seem like a flag to me. I'm sure every one of these guys has a rendition of it. But on the original release of the song, and correct me if I'm wrong, it was Marvin Gaye. Which I believe he from several different sources, I believe he wasn't the best guy around. Made some great music though. How do we do? Oh, Lauren drops it. That's one Lauren shouldn't drop. But Alley Soup in the first place for the Rice. Bobby Jones, Vernon, and Tippy Toe still on that leaderboard. Okay. Better than the Vine question. Really liking the questions this week. Okay, let's go. Maybe this isn't a bad week. Maybe I was kind of dialed in. Quick, end the game now. All right, everybody, that's it. That's it for trivia. But here he is, if you didn't know what Mr. Marvin Gaye looked like. Is Marvin... Stop the count. Is he the one who got... What is it? There was like something really messy, and I think he got killed for being a cheater. I can't remember. But there's something about it. He was... I don't think he was the best partner in relationships, and I believe it was something with his dad. I might be thinking of something else completely. I can't remember. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, Marvin Gaye. But the thing is, fun fact, if you didn't know, you cannot slander or defame someone who's dead. I believe because they're dead and they can't sue you. But you can't legally defame someone who is dead. His dad killed him. Okay, that is it. Kind of crazy. I don't know all the details on it, but I believe there was some infidelity involved. But let's move on to the next question, which is, if you want to be my lover, you gotta give me sugar, love me forever, hold me tight, or get with my friends. If you want to be my lover, you gotta give me some sugar, love me forever, hold me tight, or get with my friends. Let's go. Almost a clean sweep. Almost a clean sweep. As, of course, the Spice Girls. Oh, no. Who was that? Vernon gets back on the... McLovin gets on the leaderboard. Oh, very tight race. Tight race. Tippy Toe moves up. Bobby Jones moves up. Wait, who did we lose? Foiled. I think it was Foiled. I know Foiled's going to be back, though. Okay. You guys are dialed. You guys are dialed this week. Here they are. I cannot name anyone besides Ginger Spice, and this is Victoria Beckham, right? Foiled, you fumbled. And then I don't know. There's Posh, Sporty, and Scary, but I don't know which is which. Vernon is Sampa and DeBargen. But I do know that the Ginger one is Ginger, and this I don't even know what was Victoria Beckham. Posh Spice, maybe. I don't know. I can't call it. IDK Music. I got lucky on the prior question. All right. I think we're out of music though, so don't worry, Foiled. You'll be making a comeback. Let's check out this next question though, which is Ana Ismi Vernon. Is this Turkish, Arabic, Swedish, or Italian? What language is that? I said, my name is Turkish, Arabic, Swedish, or Italian. Ana ismi. That's right, folks. It is Arabic. And in fact, it is the only piece of Arabic I know, thanks to someone in chat. So this may be an allegation, but I was taught this by Adam, our Egyptian diplomat. It means my name is Vernon, if I remember correctly. It's rigged for me, Adam says. Oh, Vernon got it. What the hell? I'm dialed, folks. I'm sorry. Tippy Toe Nanny, Lauren back on there. Maddie P moves back up. Man, this is a tight race. Every question with a switch up. What the hell? Mike C giving me some questioning look. But it is Arabic. Or I also know Assalamu alaikum. Those are the only two things I know. Whereas I was like, what the fuck? That's not English. But Arabic, I will say, it's a very cool looking written language. But I mean, it must be like anything else. Once you actually know it, you can read it easily. But I was like, holy, that's me. But I feel like to write in Arabic or any or like Chinese or Japanese, then you need to be like just good at handwriting immediately. You won't be able to read it because there's so many little things, and I assume the length of things matter. I feel like with English you can get away with having poor handwriting, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me think. Okay, no, the weird question isn't coming up yet, but I do think the flag may be next. Possibly. Let's find out. No, it's another language question. Which of these languages is tonal? A tonal language: Mandarin, Japanese, Russian, or Spanish? Which of these is a tonal language? The tone of how you say something changes the meaning. Is it Mandarin, Japanese, Russian? That's right, guys. It is Mandarin. The way you, the inflection, or not really, it's like the actual sound of the tone. I don't know. It's confusing. I'll tell you that much. How do we do? Oh, Tippy Toe moves up, stealing it from Vernon a little bit, just a little bit. Nanny Lauren's on fire again. Maddie P. McLovin throwing a heart. Because all these words ma. So there's I believe there's normal tone, up tone, down and then up, downward tone. So it's ma is mother, ma, fiber, ma, horse, or ma, curse. I don't know what this is. Or maybe just ma with no tone. I don't know. How do you say it without a tone? I thought this was no tone, just a straight tone. Toneless? What the hell? Anyways, that's that. Luckily, English, I feel like this makes language so much harder. But I guess if you grow up with it, you can hear all the differences. It's all about just learning. It's just about education, guys. But okay, moving on. I think we're out of language. Unless. What flag is this? We're on to the flags. What flag is this? Burundi, Kiribati, Seychelles, or America? Burundi, Kiribati, Seychelles, or America? Can you name this flag? Adam says in Arabic a little bit as well. That is Kiribati. Oh, more people got it than I was expecting. That is a hard one, Adam. I was gonna say this one was a little niche, but a lot of you got it. But what is it? What is this? What is going on? Come on, y'all. You're better than that. How'd that do? Oh, Vernon Lauren moves up. Holy. Leaderboard says 10 places for foiled highest climber. Another fun fact about Kiribati is that it is technically the only nation in all 4 hemispheres. North, south, east, west. It's in every single one because it's got so many little tiny islands. I guess like the actual span of the islands, this is about the size of the U.S. And correct me if I'm wrong. That is actually a little suspicious. Vernon and Lauren are the two top. That is kind of funny. Um, but I guess because technically France counts as well because they have so many different territories. But I think I don't know. It's they don't really count them. But this is actually one sovereign nation. This is all just one country. There's only about 130 people who live there. 130,000 people who live there. Is that a hemisphere or a quadrosphere? Bit of a quad. But yeah, it's in every single one, north, south, east, west. But it's a very tiny nation, land-wise. It covers like I said, I think this is about as wide as the U.S. is, but it only has like less than 1,000. It might be less than like 800 square miles of land, which is crazy. And I think the highest point, which not too surprising, is only like 20 feet above sea level. So it's I don't know. It's probably not the best place to live. And actually, I've also heard they've bought some land in Fiji somewhere. I think this is Fiji, maybe, because they're losing so much land. But okay, so now we have that question I was talking about. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to show you a picture. It's going to be a satellite image, ish, of a place. We kind of did a question like this last week of an aerial picture of a city, but it was very small, so I wanted to give it a full slide. So there's gonna be a slide. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna put it up for 15 seconds. Okay. I hope I see the pyramids of Giza. Spoiler alert: you're not gonna. But I'm gonna put it up for 15 seconds. Okay. You have 15 seconds to look at this photo, and then it's gonna be gone, and then it's gonna be right into the question. All right. So get ready. Are you guys ready? Okay. I'm gonna put on a timer. Okay. You have 15 seconds to figure out what this aerial shot of this city is. Some of you may know instantly. Some of you might take the full 15. Actually, we're going to do 12 seconds, okay? No, we'll do 15. It's the inaugural one. We'll see. And then there will be 4 answers on the next slide. Let's find out. Okay, what is this city? Folks, study it. Study it. Your time. Okay, I think I'm doing 12 seconds. This is a long time. Study it. Get it locked in. And we're off. Where is this? Where was that? Where was that? Is that Rome, Barcelona, Paris, or Los Angeles? Where was that? Were you able to find any distinctive markings or places? Will you, says Vernon the Goat. Oh, I thought more people would get that. Le Tour de France. That is France, folks. That was Paris. A pretty distinctive thing, I feel, they have a lot of them triangles. Like a lot of the streets create like triangular blocks. Analog guesser. Analog geoguesser. True. But then if we do go back, I don't know, I don't want to go back, but it was the river as well. Yes. And the roundabout. Yeah, there was the roundabout up there with that arch, but then like right here, I think in the picture was the Eiffel Tower. Actually, DC, yeah, not that. I guess I could see that actually, but yeah, then you locked in and you got it. How'd that do? Oh, Nay takes a spot. Long moves down, tippy toe, moves up a little bit. Matty P still in it. Mav's grandpa coming up, 9 spots. Didn't even see the Eiffel Tower. Here's a cool picture, huh? Has anyone been to the Eiffel Tower? I have never left the country, as you guys know. But very, very cool looking, huh? I didn't really know there was this in Paris. There must be. I would assume it's, a major modern city as well. But it's weird to see. Very, the juxtaposition, as they would say. I have, and it was too scary to go out. Still regret it. I know, that sucks. I know, they've been having a lot of issues over there, I've heard, unfortunately. Don't worry, we'll all go one day again, Adam and everyone else in chat. We'll take a trip, a chat trip over to Paris and check it out. I also know a little bit of French. Je m'appelle Vernon. Je ne sais pas, écureuil. You know what that means? That means I don't know, squirrel. Let's move on to the next question. Do it after the stand-up comedy trip. Yeah, we'll have to go international. That's why I've been waiting to do the stand-up. We're doing an international one. Okay, the weird questions out of the way. I think we're back to doing business as normal. Let's find out how we're going to do business next. We're on to the who is it? What is his name? Is his name James, Stephen, Bill, or Christopher? What is this man's name? Is this guy's name James, Stephen, Bill, or Christopher? Made it a little bit trickier for you guys potentially. Is this James, Stephen, Bill, or Christopher? Wow, you guys were dialed. Okay. Could be anyone in the world. That's right, folks. That is Stephen. Were there any vibe guessers? And we were just like, that guy looks like a Stephen. But I think most of y'all know. Oh, Nene moves up. What an absolute tight race. 4 places for more than full. 600 points still only between first and fifth. Nene dialed. You got the crown right now. That was Steven Spielberg, y'all. Steven Spielberg, the legendary filmographer, director. He's did he make an appearance in one or in a movie or so, like in a background or something? Maybe. He doesn't do the Quentin Tarantino where he's always in the movies, but or is Quentin always in it or just occasionally? I think it's always, right? But if you didn't know, now you know. But most of you knew. But were there any vibe guessers? The GOAT! Were there anybody who just... That guy looks like Steven. That would be sick if you guys just got it off vibes. But now that we got the full face, we move on to the cropped. And I'm interested to see if y'all can get this week. Actually, that's funny. It kind of makes sense. It got saved. Foyle thought it was Steve Jobs. That's funny. I can see it. I see it. But onto the cropped. And I think, I don't know. I'm interested to see what you guys think. Let's find out. Who is this? Is this Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, Anthony Mackie, or Denzel Washington? Do you recognize this man? Is it Dre, Kendrick, Anthony, or Denzel? Okay, most of y'all got it. I'm actually a little bit impressed. I originally had it more cropped, and it actually looked a lot more like Kendrick Lamar, and actually a little like Dre. But then I had to widen it a little bit. I thought that was Steve Jobs too. Papa Doc. That's right, folks. His name was Clarence, and his parents had a real good marriage. Oh, Tippy Millar and Maddie P. Nene and Vernon moves down. Squid on a 3-answer streak. Guys, everyone. Tupac. I'm maybe a little Pocky, a little Pac-like. But he definitely Anthony Mackie's eyes, they're like, what are they? They're kind of a little bulgy looking. Or who? Oh, what's his name? Farrell? What the hell's his name? The guy who does all the impressions. They actually look kind of stimular. What the hell's his name? Jay Farrow. He does a wicked funny. I'm sure you guys have seen the clip of him doing the Jamie Foxx impression. But here he is. Also, there was one picture where he looked very much like Will Smith. Maybe it was just the goat when he had the goatee going. Maybe I don't know that. He's got a kind of like a little peanut head. I'm not trying to be rude, Anthony Mackie. But on to the next one. After the man, there's a woman. Are you sure that's not Will Smith? Yeah, Will Smith, he just got a little more width to the face, right? Anthony's a little more slender in the face. There's more. Always. There's always 3. You get the full face, then the 2 crops. Let's find out who this lady is. Can you identify this woman? Can you recognize Emma Roberts, Jen Lawrence, Amber Heard, or Ashley Tisdale? I think I missed an H somewhere in here. But who is this? Is this Emma Roberts, Jennifer Lawrence, Amber Heard, or Ashley Tisdale? What? You guys are freaking too good. Or maybe I'm just bad at picking them. That is Emma Roberts. I thought that would be a oh no, Adam went 0 for 3. I thought Emma she's a little more off the beaten path, you know? But you guys were dialed. You guys got it. Or maybe you guys just knew it wasn't any of the others. I thought Ashley Tisdale might get a couple. I thought that would be more than any of the others. I'm an idiot. Maddie P's... Folks, we've talked about it before. Maddie P's mama, she's got that flair for the dramatic. She's coming for that number 1. What is it? It's just over 1,000 from 1st to 5th, but much closer from 1st to 4th. More than Fool on a comeback. Here she is, Emma Roberts. I can't even think of a movie she's in. I just know. Oh, American Horror Story. That's it. Good call. Yes. Wait, didn't I did last week? I did an American Horror Story. That's funny. I must have had it on the brain. I haven't watched that show in quite some time. But there's some movie I was thinking of too. I can't remember. But let's move on. We're getting down to the end. Everyone take a minute. Make sure you're live. I haven't shouted out. Make sure you're live in a minute. So make sure you're live, locked in. Let's find out this next question. In America, there was a legal precedent calling tomatoes a vegetable, a fruit, disgusting, or illegal to grow north of the Mason-Dixon line. In America, there is a legal precedent calling tomatoes a vegetable, a fruit, disgusting, illegal to grow north of the Mason-Dixon line. Lost me in America. Ooh, no. Could be bad news for the leaderboard, y'all. This could be bad news. And with that question, now everybody in chat hates tomatoes, not just me. I'm not the only tomato hater now. Y'all have to agree tomatoes are the worst. Boo! That's right. Boo those tomatoes. Not me. Boo the tomatoes. But folks, there is a legal precedent. You thought you double... Wait, Forrest got it. Fuzz got it. Let's take a look. Nay and Maddie P got it as well. Holy, that is massive for the leaderboard. Holy. Because, folks, so botanically, it is a fruit. It grows from a flower and has seeds inside. Here's a little game for free. Cucumbers are as well. They are a fruit. Look out for that. That could be a question on a future trivia. But there was, I believe it was 1893, there was a tariff tax law. And I think it went all the way to the Supreme Court about the distinction of whether it is a fruit or a vegetable. And legally, for this tariff and this tax law, it was considered, they called it a vegetable. So there's legal precedent calling it a vegetable. Not in every case, but in this tax code, it is a vegetable. There's a little fun fact if you didn't know, and now hopefully you hate tomatoes as much as me. The wording of the question fucked me up. How did you even think about the Mason-Dixon line? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe put that. That was just some random thing. Did anybody guess that? I didn't even look. But, folks, we're getting down to the end. Wait, is this the last question? I can't remember. If it is, freaking lock in. Because it's anybody's ball game still. Holy. Okay, I got to lock in. No, I think there's a couple more. Oh, no, okay. There's a couple more. There's specifically, there's fruit ones coming. Or not fruit. Hopefully I didn't spoil anything. They're food-related questions coming up. So let's find out. Which of these does not ripen after being picked? Does not ripen. Avocados, apples, peaches, or oranges? Gotta let your creativity shine. I guess Mason-Dixon for the love of the game. But which of these does not ripen after picked? Okay, you guys got it. I don't know if I would have got that. I looked that up today. Maybe I would have intuited it. but it is oranges, or I think almost all citrus fruits do not ripen after being picked. But these do. And one actually, it was interesting because I got kind of not carried away, but I had never known or even really thought about why fruits ripen. But let's take a quick look here. Oh, tippy toe! Look out! Vernon gets back on the leaderboard. Oh man, still anybody's ball game. Fuzz making a comeback. But the here's all the different ones. But I guess the way that it does it, there's a gas. The plant releases a gas, which is a hormone for them that causes starches in it to become sugary. Yes, yeah. See, Forrest knows. It's called like ether. No, ethylene. I don't know. I just saw the word. I didn't really try to read it. It starts with an E. It's like ethylene or something, which sounds like gas or like actual gas. But yeah, these are all ones that will ripen on your counter. Depends on the variety, and these will not. Prickly pear, if you were wondering. Cherries, pomegranate, raspberry. Oh yeah, blueberry. Yeah, I guess that's right. Yeah, pineapples, grapes, starfruit, and all citrus. Interesting. But how do they get the gases when they're off the tree? Is the question. They must carry it somewhere within them. Interesting. I think we have another. I think we have 2 questions left. So lock the frig in. I think we have another food and then something else. Let's find out. Make sure you're live. All right, let's find out. Which of these is not really a tea? Okay. Black tea, green tea, chamomile tea, or oolong tea? Which of these is not really a tea? Black, green, chamomile, or oolong? They do slowly release it, and you can control the environment, reducing or expediting ripening, I think. Forrest giving us the friggin' rundown. Folks, it is chamomile. Chamomile is not a tea in the real sense of the word. These all come from damn, I looked up what the plant's called. But the tea plant. These come from the actual tea plant. Actually sounds like chamomile. Camellia, something or the other. But chamomile is a what is it? I forget how to say it. It's tinson? Tinson. A tinson? It's like tinsane, but I don't think you pronounce it like that. How'd we do, though? Oh, Vernon takes a spot from Lauren. Tippy Toe opened the door for Nene, and Maddie P still in it. Holy, more than full gets 6 places. The true teas, all the true teas come from the plant. What's it called? Camellia sinensis. But then all the herbal teas, they are how do you say it? Where's the word? It's Tisane. I don't think it's on here. But they do not come from the tea plant, so they are not a real tea. These are all the real teas. And any other tea is a herbal infusion or a tinsane? I don't know. Wait, there might be 2 more now, actually. But whether this is the last question or not, you better lock in and answer quick, okay? Let's find out. Okay. The 3 founders of YouTube met while working at this company. PayPal, Starbucks, Google, or BlackRock. The 3 founders of YouTube all worked at this company and met. Was it PayPal, Starbucks, Google, or BlackRock? Do you all know it? I'm afraid to see. Oh, I knew that's tough. I knew Google was a bad one to put. And a good one in some ways. Honestly, really enjoyed that. It was PayPal is where they all worked. BlackRock, come on. People thought they were some freelance or what? What the hell's the word? Venture capitalist, right? That's what BlackRock is. Military contractors. Wait, is BlackRock the military contractor one? I thought it was the... Oh, Andy J gets up. Wait, who else? Wait, oh, Nene and Tippy Toe both got it. Holy, Mike C grabbing a couple spots. Oh, Blackwater, right? I think Blackwater is the Dick Cheney one. Here they are. You probably recognize this guy if you recognize any of them. He is on the very first video of all time on YouTube, Me at the Zoo. And it's him at the zoo. Isn't that crazy? There's 3 dudes. And look at YouTube now. We're streaming on it. And we're going to make it to the big time on it. But, okay, now for sure, we're on the last question. I actually forgot to check. I know that at least 2 people are in contention for first, but remember, you want to be on that top 5 to get on that end of the month wheel spin. But, okay, everybody, take a minute. Okay, we're down to the end. And I always get a little nervous for everybody when it's this tight. Okay? Take a minute, make sure you're live. Remember, answer quick, answer fast, and answer right. Let's go. On which continent would you find this little creature? Asia, Africa, South America, or Australia? We had an insta guess there. Where would you find this little creature? The pink fairy armadillo is what it's called. Would you find it in Asia, Africa, South America, or Australia? It is not even just South America. Specifically, Argentina is the only place, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, it exists. Talk about a crazy looking creature. This is not boding well. I don't know, maybe it is boding well. I'm interested to see and find out. Look at this little guy. Look at this thing. It looks like friggin' AI. Like if you didn't know this was a real creature, you'd be like, that's friggin' AI. How'd you come up with that question? I don't know. They come to my mind. Things a Pokemon. Things AI slop. Man, okay, folks. I'm a little nervous to check out this leaderboard. Also, hold on. I don't know. I don't think I blew out your eardrums there. Hopefully not. But let's take a look at this leaderboard and see who won this week. In third place tonight with 10,000 something and 6 is Mad Dog. Wait, where did Mad Dog come from? And in second place with 11,694 is Nene. And in first place, narrowly. That's 20 points. With 11,711 is Tippy Toe. And then fourth and fifth is Maddie P. and Vernon. Holy y'all. What the hell? Mad Dog swooping in. Holy. That's a tight win. Another win for Tippy. Will you do? I don't know if we have time to do the end of the month wheel spin tonight because I probably could. Or let me set it up for next week, okay? The good game, everyone. For says. Wait, what is the actual differential? 17 points. Do you know how fast? Do you know how the little? That's like less than a tenth of a second in time difference answers. Tippy gonna have to start reporting trivia income as tax purposes. I don't know. She hasn't hit the $600 threshold yet. Gambling winnings. Tippy. Are you in the chat? Do you want that sweet, sweet cash this week? Or do you want to spin the wheel? By the way, folks, before you leave, we already have a wheel spin on deck from CJ, last week's rightful champ. So we can pull that up. Tippy, are you in the chat? Are you in the chat, Tippy? I know you are. I saw Andy J in there. Spin that wheel. Double wheel spin. Oh my God, that's a double rainbow. Oh, man. Double wheel spin. Are you sure? Love that. Folks, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 items left. Oh, man, dude. Wait. Are you sure? I'm sure. Folks, CJ and Chippy want both wheel spins. Oh, man, dude. Wait, who said Prego Simulator? They said someone told me it's like pretty cheap on Amazon, right? The first time I saw a double rainbow, I understood the guy in the video. Hell yeah. Oh, Mad Dog. Oh man, folks. We haven't done I feel like we haven't had a wheel spin in forever. I don't know if I'm ready. What do we want for drama music? It's probably Requiem for a Dream, huh? Oh man, y'all. Is CJ still in chat? So CJ, this is CJ spin first. Oh man. Double wheel spin. All right, pause the happy tunes. We need a new wheel. We're getting close. Once this wheel gets cleaned out, we will refresh the wheel with a bunch of new stuff. Oh man, y'all. So, last week's champ robbed of victory. This week, things were made right. CJ was the champion of last week's trivia. She chose the wheel spin. This week's champ, one of the all-time greats, Tippy Toe, has chosen to spin. We have 5 items left. Once it lands on it, it is removed. This is what we're down to. We've had a lot of wheel spins. I'll tell you, there's nothing left that I would really be happy to be doing. Probably milkshake, worst of all. You guys get to pick what's in the milkshake. Ear piercing. I'm going to pierce both ears. Chat picks tattoo. You guys will submit your ideas for a tattoo. I will pick the top 4. You guys will vote on those. So we do not get any swastikas or things of those sorts. Milk Mile. You run 4 laps on a track. Each lap, you have to drink a cup of milk, equaling a quart of milk, I think, at the end. At least that's how we're doing it. ¿Por qué no los dos? Why not the 2? Milk Mile, Josh Hurt. And the last one, Prego Simulator. We will have to wear one of those pregnant simulator things. I've been stalling. I've been chatting. I've been explaining things you guys already know and you don't even care about. You just want to see the wheel spin. Let's find out what CJ's wheel spin is. Oh, man. I'm stressed. 1 quart per lap. You shut your mouth, Josh. Is it ear pierced or chat picks tattoo? Is it ear pierced? I don't know if I could do that. Guys, I'm an adult. I'm a grown-up person. I don't know if we can do that. No, I'll do it. Okay, I'm lying. Okay. I'm a little bit scared though, okay? But the music's propelling me forward. I hope it's not too loud. We hide the choice. We go again. Let me turn down this. I hope I'm not blowing your eardrums. CJ, you're making me get my ears pierced. It's okay. You don't have to. No. Don't feel bad. I'm hamming it up. You can always take them out, right? Or maybe I'll like them. Maybe we'll be jazzed up. But lock back in. Tippy toe. This one's for you. Imagine we go ears pierced and chat picks tattoo back to back. I mean, it's a 1 and 4 at this point. What's it tracking? What's it tracking? Okay. Wait. No. Please, Prego Simulator, not milkshake. I'm going double for the ear pierced. Prego Simulator. Folks. We have to do the pregnant simulator while I get my ears pierced now. We are down to 3 options. 3 more wins and the wheel resets, everyone. Get some sweet studs. I was thinking, I feel like I gotta go hoops just to be kind of funny. What did you get, Adam? Did you miss the wheel spins? Did you leave class early? We got ear pierced and pregnant simulator. Anyone who has, does anyone want to send any links? I mean, I can find it too, but if someone did know, I know someone had told me about they knew where a cheap one was. Or they just said maybe they're just cheap in general. Man. Oh, we got to update the current champ. CJ, I'm sorry, we got to update. You only got to be on it for such a little bit of time. Pause the tunes. Man. Do I have good ears for ear piercings? Small rings are a good choice, and I feel like it would be like less annoying. I feel like that like a stud hanging around, but yeah, I'll just do like little hoops. Oh man, y'all. What a hectic night. How'd it go otherwise though? Let me update the winner. Man. Updating to Tippy. I feel like you added the ear piercing because you wanted to do it. I don't know. Should I go? I don't know. Any ladies or anyone else in chat? What do I do? How do you determine whether you're a silver guy or gal or a gold girl or gal? What do you guys think? Do we go silver or do we go gold? They won't start with hoops. Whatever they do is fine. Also, I was talking to, I don't know, I mean, I know I can go anywhere, but I kind of wanted to go to, I don't know if they're still in business, but I think I asked Castle and she said they were. It's Claire's. That was the hot spot. You have to get studs unless it's in your nose. Okay. We're starting with studs then. I feel both works. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we like. You guys can see which one you guys like better. Man, that's kind of crazy. I've never had a body part pierced. I guess that's probably the easiest one to start with, right? Your ears. Kids do it. But Claire's, that was the hot spot when in the early 2000s. That's where you would go to get your ears pierced, I think, as a lady. And there was a funny Chad Ochocinco, the football player. He had a funny clip talking about how he would just buy fake earrings from Claire's instead of running the gold. Might be too close to the oh, good call actually. Black, or black, yeah. I know the gold might get lost in the golden locks. And I would say those are some pretty good wheel spins. Those were some pretty good wheel spins. But folks, so next week we'll do the end of the month wheel spin winner, which our last month was more than full. This month's, I will compile the list, and we will find out who wins that, which you win. One of the things you win is a free merch voucher, which I hope to be having before the end of the summer for y'all. And then a to-be-determined prize on top of that. Was there anything else I wanted to say before I left? So you have to start stream using the Prego Simulator, or I'll probably make a separate video. That That would be a funny start to stream one day where someone else controls it. We'll probably have to do that at some point. Gotta try a fun. Yeah, I'll try to do something and we'll make a video out of it. But you guys will get to enjoy. Labor simulator. But everyone, I think we're gonna end there, y'all. I think that was a decent night. Kind of a hype trivia, if I'm not mistaken. You guys were freaking dialed in. How well can you stripe a lawn while using a Prego simulator? Yes, I would say dialed in. My lines, they would be absolutely mint. Hey, the machine does all the work anyway. Except, honestly, my walker, I need to adjust it a little bit. It has a little bit pull to the right, on like if you're just on the straightaway, like on driveways and stuff. I gotta do a little adjustment. But, folks, we're getting there. You know, you hear me say it all the time. Oh yeah, I feel like I'm trying to think of. I think I might have done it on my other one, but I can't remember it. There's a bolt on the hydros. Yeah, like the bar or whatever. I was trying to think if I had done it before. But, folks, thank you so much for stopping in. Like I said, I'm really, every week, I'm surprised when you guys come and hang out, and it makes my week. I hope it makes your week as well. Thanks for hosting. Josh, thank you for coming. But until next week, y'all, do something fun this week. Do something interesting. Okay? You hear me? I want y'all doing something interesting this week and something fun. And I want you to come back next week and tell me about it. Yes. I know Forrest is our local walker guy. Tons of fun, even though it didn't turn out well. Next week's my week. Folks, give me a shred before you go. I shall try my best. You better, Allie. I better hear about a fun activity you did next week, okay? But, all right, everybody, have a good rest of your night, and we'll talk to y'all later.